So, guys, I'm in the bathroom and I do apologize for the echo, but it has from now been almost 2 weeks since the last upload, which is a bit strange because that last upload was actually made maybe like 2 weeks prior. It's just that it took so long for it to flip and upload. I hope it's not the case with this one. So my eyes look trippy in this, bro. It's literally just because of the reflection. If you look close, you can see it's the reflection. But yeah, that wasn't on purpose, for me to take that long. But I'm really stepping back into it. I don't know how many times I've said that nonsense, but I figured out a couple of things since the last video. And one thing that I did want to point out is that it's been very difficult to work because I've been exhausted every day during the week, and I was blaming it on external factors, but I know the main reason why. So I've been working a lot more, and I've started to get back into the work. It's because I really felt hopeless with Expo, I'd like to say. I feel like we weren't really going anywhere, even though I've made some improvements to how we do operations and everything that goes on. But now, now that I'm getting back into it, and we've posted a bunch of content and stuff to the pages, and there's a lot more planning behind those things. One thing that I did notice is that I'm more exhausted when I'm not doing the work that I actually want to do, and that involves doing agency work or whatever else I need to do on the side to generate that cash flow, because that's what we're focusing on right now. I want to focus on cash flow so that we can funnel that into the business. So yeah, so I've started something new. I don't want to leak any of it yet, but I have started something new. It involves editing, video editing and stuff. And when I say it's new, it's not really new. It's something that I've done before. But yeah, I haven't really had too much progress with that. But that's what's gonna happen until as time goes. So I'll improve as time passes, essentially. But yeah, I find it so interesting that I find it interesting that whenever I don't work, I get even more drained and more exhausted. And it's because I haven't finished what I need to, do. And every single day that passes that I haven't done it, it gets worse and worse. And it literally it lays heavier on my shoulders. So I understand that now. And I don't know, I don't think I've really had that before, funny enough. Like, I've always done my work, I've always finished it. And now that I'm in an environment that's way more free and not secluded, like how it was when I was still in school, it just feels 110 times more exhausted when I don't do anything. Like for holidays, I wouldn't do anything, when I was back home, when I had school. But now, when I'd be at home, I wouldn't get as much done, right? But I realized it's because I prepped for that before I come back. When I went to school and I'd come back for holidays, I'd prep for that. And I remember even working during the holidays, even at like a friend's house or something, I'd still carry on working. But now when I've taken time for myself and I say, oh, I need rest, it feels worse than me not actually working, but I have to do it so that I can continue to work it's such a messed up dilemma. But yeah. So I understand that now. And I really feel like God has spoken to me. And He has guided me, even though like every single one of us, we have done wrong and we do not deserve His guidance, but He does. Because we are made for more than the mistakes that we have carried on our backs and all of the transgressions. So, and it's literally our duty to embrace a God who has His arms wide out for us. So that's what I'm doing. And for a while, I can't even lie, this year has been probably the worst year I've ever had in my life. And I called that last year, which was stupid. Right? I shouldn't have called that, but at least I was prepared enough to know that this was going to be the case, that it was going to be the worst because of how hard and how tough it is. And the fact that I'm not making as much progress that I wanted to is what also makes it feel that way. If that didn't happen and I was making the progress that I projected and the progress that I wanted, then I wouldn't be learning right now. If I had everything, I wouldn't learn. You know, it's like being born into a rich family and getting absolutely everything thrown at you, and you embrace all of that without considering any of the bad that might come along with it. And by doing that, you're negating all of that, you know? And obviously when you do that, how are you gonna learn any bad lessons? How are you gonna learn any lessons from the bad that comes from it, you know? So that's kind of how it is. And I am thankful, and whenever bad things were to happen, you know, while I was in high school as well, I would always thank God. I thank God that He's given me a lesson. Because I'd feel like I wouldn't deserve that, you know. I wouldn't deserve to have a lesson. So I thank God for the fact that He is showing me that, and He wants me to learn, and He wants me to grow. So, you know, it really is a journey. So I don't think I'm going to be posting as often as I did, just because I do need to work, guys, and it's been hectic. Every single week, I have an assignment, like almost every single week, and I literally do not have time for me to sit up and, you know, look into the camera and say whatever needs to be said, because this is literally like a gray area, this, you know, this YouTube stuff. I know it's a documentary, it's a place where I'm supposed to document everything, but it's sort of like a gray area because I'm not resting. Oh, what is going on? I just turned it up really high. I don't know what's going on. It's literally much darker now. Has it adjusted? Okay, so like I said, it's pretty much a gray area because I'm not working, but I'm also not relaxing by making this. And the benefits from doing anything else outweighs doing this at the moment, because I want to get to the point where I record a video, like the next video I record, I'm like, hey guys, I did this today, I made this happened, I'm so excited, we're improving, we're skyrocketing, but that's not the case. So yeah, I'm just not gonna be on here often, but you know, as always, like, you know, thank you guys for tuning in. Whoever can tune in and say what's up. And, you know, really do truly wish the best for you guys on your own journeys. And yeah, hopefully the next time I make a video, there's gonna be some bigger improvements, and I'll be able to make more of this content, you know, have more time to make more content. So in the meantime, you can go back, watch the videos I've already made, and drop a comment, leave a like, so that you get a notification. And subscribe. I apologize, subscribe. Okay, now the light is going down. That's very strange. And subscribe, so that whenever I make another post, you will be notified and you can go and check it out. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.